Give me neutral. Tar. Hello YouTube. How's everybody? It's R1Liz and Svartpilen again. And I need some serious cheering up, so I have left my desk and I'm going exploring. Obviously this is not really exploring because I'm just going over and over the same roads, but they all kind of look the same, so I don't really know them. But I know that I can only get so lost before I come out a main road that I probably know very well. Anyway, that's what we're doing, that's where we're at. I don't think I've ever come down this road before, but I know sort of where it's going to end up, so it doesn't count. So right now Pinky is at the BMW dealership. She got recovered the other day and taken there to have her tyres replaced and or looked at, because one of them went completely flat, and I didn't handle the situation particularly well. You know, when you walk into the garage in the morning, you see you've got a flat tyre, you just kind of panic a little bit. You do the first thing that comes into your head, which for me was get Svarty out and go out and ride Svarty, and then just ring recovery straight away without even looking for the problem. I organised for the bike to be collected, and then the day that it was collected I thought I should probably just take a look and see if I can find out what's wrong with the tyre, for my own amusement more than anything else. So I put 20 psi in the tyre to see if it would stay there, and you know, there was like an hour to go. So for the hour it did stay, and I couldn't see anything sticking out of the tyre. So there's a part of me that's wondering if it had just gone down of its own accord for some stupid reason and there's actually nothing wrong with it. It doesn't really matter because I needed new tyres anyway at some point. Oh, this is okay. Well, that was disappointing. Fantastic. Okay, let's go left. Let's follow this guy. Where are you going? Is there a car coming? Do I go past you? Am I about to get kidnapped? Thank you. I forgot where I was with that story. Yeah, Pinky needed new tyres at some point soon anyway, so I'm not mad, but it'll be a little bit embarrassing if I've caused a guy to have to come and get my bike, take it to Barnstormers, and there actually be nothing wrong with it. Oh, this is the same flood that we went through last time. We're not ballsing this up. That's better. So anyway, yeah, what happens happens. I hope they find something in it to justify my panic. And the tyres that I was originally planning on getting for the Pinky for the Iceland trip are not available at the moment, so we're getting something different instead. I'll let you know about those once they're on. It isn't knobblies. I was told that I'm not allowed to put knobblies on my bike, which I sort of understand. Wow. I mean, that looks fun, but we aren't doing it. Ooh, not doing it, not doing it. It did rain this morning. It's rained yesterday, it's rained this morning, and for some reason it's nice now. I'm so glad that it's nice because I really needed to get out of the house and go for a ride and cheer myself up. I'm just having a lot of negative interactions with people, particularly on the internet right now, and it's not doing me any good. People are being mean on my social media platforms, and I don't have the emotional strength to deal with it at the moment, so it's just making me upset. Go round the corner. I had a pleasant interaction this week, which was nice. Kind of weird though. We had Jehovah's Witnesses come to the house, and I have never had the opportunity to speak to Jehovah's Witnesses before when they come to the house. Normally somebody else gets there first and scares them off. But on this occasion, I was the one that answered the door, and I was able to talk to them. It was two lovely older women. And I know you're not supposed to take up people's time if you're not planning on kind of going for what it is they're selling. I don't really understand what it is that Jehovah's Witnesses are trying to sell. is their ultimate goal that I go to church with them, and I don't know what it is. It's weird when people try to not get money from you and try to get something else. I don't really know what the end goal is here, but anyway, I was excited to have a conversation, to be honest, because they've always got a really good starter for something, and this was like, I think it started out really positive. It was like, is there life after death, and is it wonderful? Can you live forever? Can you feel no pain? But it developed really, really quickly from that, because she asked these questions and I was like, right, okay, let me put my cup down and come out and stand with you guys. I want to devote my full attention to this. And it went really quickly from that to are we living in the end times, effectively? She was like, so here's the contrasting things. This is what God says that we can have, and this is what God says will happen between now and when we can have the good stuff. And basically, between now and the good stuff, there will be a time when people are horrible and stealing and not listening to God and being blasphemous and horrible and all these things that everybody does, basically. And she was like, does this look like now? And I was like, yeah, effectively. And she was like, and do you not want this now? We had a whole conversation. It was amazing. I am not a churchgoer. I am not religious. I do not, obviously I celebrate Christmas, because who doesn't, but I don't subscribe to the whole Jesus thing. I do like to think that there's something out there that would motivate you to be a good person, and I try to be a good person. I did accidentally say oh my god in front of her, which I immediately apologised for, because I just don't know where they're at with that sort of thing. But we had a good conversation for half an hour. I think I raised some interesting points. She had an app on her phone, so she could just like pull up all of these references from the Bible and she could just quote them like that. I was well impressed. And then she was like, can I come back? And I was like, yes, of course you can. I don't actually want them to come back. Like, that was fun while it lasted. I don't need it to go any further than that. So I said, you'll probably catch my mum, and these are the days that she's working. So she's got that to look forward to now. I don't know what my mum would do, to be honest. So that was one of the more pleasant interactions, even though I know that normally that's not one of them. I just hear horror stories about people doing their absolute best to wind these people up, and I don't think it does anybody any favours. People should be nice to each other. And now I'm just going to have religious people knocking on my door all the time because they know that we're nice. I got some pamphlets from them as well, so I actually have homework to do. She was like, do you want this pamphlet? And I was like, I will take a pamphlet. She was like, will you read it? And I was like, of course I'll read it. But now that they're coming back, I've got to read it, because if they turn up and they go, did you read the pamphlet? And I say no, I'm going to look awful. That's really, really rude and such a waste of paper. So I now actually have homework to do before they come back. I'm just kind of hoping that I'm not around when they come back. The days that I said that they could come back, I'm just going to have to make sure I'm not in the house. It's weird, like, it depends what their end goal is. I'm too socially awkward to disagree or say no, and what will happen is they will come back and I'll just end up part of their church or something, and I don't really want that. But I can feel the negativity of earlier just ebbing away. Svarti did have a bath the other day. Svarti's actually had a really good couple of weeks because Pinky's now off the road. Svarti is getting used all the time. He went out with my fast group and kept up, and then he had a bubble bath, and now we're getting dirty again. So I think this is as good as it gets for little Svarti baby. The new one has come out. Has everybody seen the new Svartpilen 801 that has just been released? I don't think I've ever wanted something so badly in my life. Life is meaningless until I get to have a go on this bike. But also, I am not paying for that. It's like 10 grand, guys. It's expensive. Where do we want to go? Oh, I know. I've kind of learned this route backwards. I think. Maybe, we'll find out. Yeah, it's 10,000, which for an 800cc motorcycle I suppose is about right. It's because I'm so used to Svartpilen being tiny that even though it is like nearly 1,000 cc's at this point, I'm still considering it a small bike. It does look good though. Don't know which way I would normally go, but we're going to go straight over. Svartpilen, why are you steaming? Don't be silly. You're fine. We're going to go up this hill, and I'm going to turn off my GoPro and make sure it's actually worked, because recently it has not been working. Normally I can get one video out of it, and then I will change the battery and then it will just stop working, even with a fresh battery in it. So I still haven't done anything about that. There we go. This is where I stopped last time to take a photograph, because it's very peaceful and beautiful here. Look at that. Isn't that nice? You're going to see if the GoPro has worked. And if it has worked, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how you deal with weirdos on the internet. Please don't sink in the ground. Go on, you're fine. And I will see you again very soon. Goodbye.